Okay, so now we're looking at, that's now the third part, or the third video of exercise 14 on page 181. Okay, I'm just going to draw the box. Okay, so this is number 3. We are told that the box below is a right prism with a volume of 5,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, 5,000 centimeters cubed. The length is 4 times its breadth. Okay, so if the length is, if the breadth is x, the length is going to be 4x. Okay. Determine the total surface area of the box in terms of x. So for number 1, the total surface area is going to give you perimeter of base times height plus 2 area of base. Okay. So if you look at the shape, let's say that being your base, so the perimeter of a rectangle is going to be 2x, 2 length plus 2 breadth, times height plus 2 area of base, which is power square, length times breadth, which is x times 4x. That's going to give you 8, 10xh plus 8x squared. Okay, that's for the total surface area. But you see, we want the total surface area, determine the total surface area of the box in terms of x. Okay, so that is the total surface area. But this is not in terms of x only, it's in terms of x and h. So what we need to do is, we need to, just give my other color, we need to replace our height with something in terms of x. However, our volume is known to us. Okay, the volume is area of base times height. Okay, and you see there that h comes in again. So the volume is going to be 5,000 equals pi, the area of base is pi all squared, times height. So, area of base, this is a rectangular base, so that is an arm. So it's going to be volume is equal to, area of this base is going to be length times breadth times height, so it's x times 4x times height, which is equal to 5,000. Okay, so your height will simply be 5,000 over 4x squared. 5,000 over 4 is going to be 1250. 5,000 over 4, 1250 over x squared. Okay, there's your height in terms of x. So what do we do with this? We now of course put it in its place then. So we go total surface area is equal to 10x into 1250 over x squared plus 8x squared. Okay, which simplifies now into 1250 over x plus 8x squared. That's your total surface area in terms of x. So now looking at number 2. Number 2 says, determine the dimensions of the box for which the total surface area will be a minimum. So to work out your total surface area to be a minimum, I'm going to apply my first derivative. Okay, so I'm going to first take that up. So it's 12500 x to the minus 1 plus 8x squared. So the derivative of total surface area with respect to x is negative 12500 x minus 2 plus 16x. Then what do? Set it equal to 0. So it's negative 12500 over x squared equals negative 16x over 1. So cross multiply. So it's negative 12500 is equal to negative 16x cubed. So x cubed is equal to, so it's going to be negative 12500 divided by negative 16. It's going to give you 3125 over 4. The cube root thereof, the cube root of that answer gives us 9,21 centimeters. Okay. So let's go back here, which says the dimensions of the box. So the dimensions include, of course, the height as well. Okay, so let's go with the height. The height follows the formula 125 over x squared, which is 9,21 squared. Okay, let's put that in a calculator. So it's 1250 over answer squared. It's going to give you 14,74. 14,74 centimeters. Okay. So the dimensions, of course, is your height, your breadth, which we have, which is x, which comes in at 9,21, and then your length is going to be 4 times x, which is 9,21 times 4 gives us 36,84 centimeters. Okay, and then 4.3 says the maximum volume of the, no, wrong, 3.3. The question then says calculate the minimum surface area. The minimum surface area. Okay, so we have the total surface area. It's formula to be 12500 over x, which is 9,21 plus 8 into 9,21 squared. Where do I get that formula from? From this here. Okay, highlighted here in green. That is that formula. Okay, I could have used that formula or this formula here as well, because all of this is total surface area. Okay, I'm going to use that since this is one unknown there. So it's going to be 12500 over 9.21 plus 8 times 9.21 squared gives you 2032,81. Okay, let's check here. 2035,81 centimeters squared. Okay, so let's look at number 4. Okay, if I have made any errors or mistakes, you can contact me on that number. These videos are free, or if you have an easier way of doing it, feel free to contact me on this number. Okay. Right. For number 4, we are told that the storage container in a form of a right prism has a total surface area. So again, you're going to consider a box story in this case. Okay. That must be supposed to be flat. Okay. So the storage container in the form of a right prism has a total surface area, so TSA is equal to 34 meters squared. If the length is 5 times the breadth, so let's make this the length, let the breadth equal x. Okay, so if the length is 5 times that, is going to be 5x, of course. Okay, if the length is 5 times the breadth, determine the volume of the container in terms of x if the breadth is x meters. Okay, so the height is also given, of course, has to be given. If the length is, determine the volume of the container in terms of x. So we mustn't have height. Okay, we must just have it in terms of x. So we want the volume. Alright, so let's start. Remember the total surface area is given, so TSA is equal to perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. Okay, perimeter of base times height plus twice area of base. So the total surface area, so remember this is a rectangular base, so it's going to be 2 length plus 2 breadth times height plus twice area of base is going to be 2 length times breadth. Okay, we'll carry on the next video.